No, please not.
No.
Not on YouTube.
Okay.
Please don't.
Recording. Thanks, Dee.
Okay. So what Gideon started last year is a WhatsApp training group with his team. So every week there's a different product, and every week there's a new WhatsApp group. So let's say, for instance, it's fiber. Then he does a little basic training on fiber, and it's all done the way we do our info group, or we used to do the WhatsApp HOMs. So it's a combination of slides, voice notes, little bits of typing, little bits of information. So every week there's a new group. So he does his on a Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. So Monday, they start sending out the invitation. So you basically have Monday to Thursday to invite your team members to this talk on fiber. He gives it a snazzy name, so it sounds interesting. And bottom line, at the end of it, he promotes their wellness services, coaching, and getting onto the program. So it's mainly for members, customer members, to get to know more about the products, but they also do invite guests onto this. So you can, if you've got someone that you spoke to who was not ready yet, you can still invite them on, because it gives you an opportunity just to touch base with them again, to follow up, for them to learn more, to see some testimonials. So what I said to Izzy, we've got all those level 10 talks that Russell used to give us. Remember how dieting can destroy your health, the 3 worst carbs ever, how hydration makes you fat and sick, all those talks that we used to do after the Fit Clubs a zillion years ago. So that was good information, and the titles were in such a way like, how does dieting destroy your health? So people kind of want to tune into this. And there we taught them about the muscle mass and weight, and that your weight is irrelevant, and all those kind of things, why protein is important and how you get enough protein, and then leading them on to selling them the shakes. So it's always the core nutrition, and then how we help them with protein. And then at the end of that, recommending that they get back to the person who invited them on. So you're also on this group, so you can see who of your people are joining, so you can follow up with them, like, I see you joined our talk on fiber, and just get the conversation going. So it's a great way to train our existing people, but it's also a way for our people to invite more people onto a platform where we give them useful information. So I thought it would be easy just to go to those slides of Russell and just juice them up a bit. But oh my word, they are so bad. So old-fashioned, the pictures, the font, the language, it was not as simple. I thought I would just change the font and slap the My Healthy logo on it, and it will be okay. But it was really not in line with what we do these days. So I've only done 3. I've really sat hours with 3. Is it maybe can you make me share my screen? Then I can quickly share with them the one that I shared with you. So what Gideon does with this, okay, so let me tell you before you do that. What Gideon has done with this, he says he's got members in his team that are customer members. He specifically mentioned one woman to me. He said she was invited to a group like that as a prospect. Then she joined, she went onto the program, she eventually signed up. And she just started inviting her friends onto this group once a week. And he says she's a nurse, she works shifts. So she's often not available for Zooms or Herbalife corporate trainings or anything like that, because she's working. And she just started inviting people onto this group. And pretty soon she was doing 2,500 points a month. She's currently doing 5,000 points a month. She's got 3 supervisors in her team. And when he asked her what she was doing, she said, all I do is I tune into these trainings. I make sure that I'm on the group every Thursday. I can't listen to it live because I'm probably at work or sleeping to work the next day. But when I've got time, I work through the training, I listen to the voice note, I educate myself, and that's how I share more products with more people. I invite more people, I invite my team, and that's all she's done to broaden the product usage of her people and of herself and of her clients, and she's used it as a platform to invite people onto. So she's never been to a leadership development, any kind of corporate training. She's just done that, and through her knowledge and love of the product, she's doing 5,000 points a month. 5,000. So that's the kind of results he's seeing from this. So he did it the whole of last year. He's still going strong with it. So he's got 12 topics, and he recycles the 12 topics every 12 weeks. And then he gets his team involved. So he doesn't do it all. So you've got one person who presents this. So you've got like someone that will introduce themselves, tell their own product story. Then there's a couple of slides. Then you ask for testimonials, and that's where everyone in the team can quickly share their testimonials. We've got 5 or 10 quick stories, and then the presenter wraps it up again. So it's another opportunity for team members to step up and do some training and take leadership, and for us to work with them and tell them how to package your story and do the whole deal.
Thanks. I'll come back to you. Ne?
See that? I don't think she was talking to us. Okay, so can I share my screen? Share screen. And I must just figure out what screen it is that I need to share. Sorry. What? Hang on a second. Sorry, I've got 2 screens and I need to. Just find the right group. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is obviously.
And I got very excited when I saw week 1.
Here we go. So this is obviously without the voice notes and stuff. So Gideon was very kind to share a lot of his information with me. He basically gave me access to all these slides. I didn't copy it as is because I wanted to do our own thing and use that information from Russell, but I kind of used the flow of it. So he's got this, how dieting can destroy your health. We start in 60 minutes, we start in 30 minutes. Can you see my WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so then he always has this slide. What is your biggest challenge? Are you seeing the big version now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says what's nice about this is then people comment, number 1, number 2, number 3, or whatever. So then you can always go later in your call. I see that you said you struggle with a slow metabolism, or I see that you say that you struggle with skin problems. So it's just an opportunity for you to have a conversation with people. Okay, so this is how dieting can destroy your health. So it was just old muscle, fat, water, yo-yo syndrome. So it kind of explains the woman that weighs the same, 80%, 20%. Then we've got some testimonials that will go in here, what the body needs. So this always comes back in, what the body needs. Our wellness services, I'll just enlarge this one. So it's weight management, immune health, sports, energy, skin, blah, blah, blah. So it just gives them what a wellness coach does. Always back to the core nutrition and what the body needs. So it shows what's in the different products. So for this one, the specific focus was on protein drink mix, and then targeted nutrition as well that will give you the balance of what the body needs. Then we talk about our 6-day health boost, and I've got the 200 or the 580 option. And then I just haven't done the last slide of the call to action. What's your next step kind of thing. Right, so this is just like a draft of where we're going with this.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So it's educational, because that's what Jean was saying, Dee. We're not educating everybody. That platform of proper education.
Yeah.
We don't have it.
Remember, we used to make sales on protein factor. No one knows what a protein factor is these days, why you need to get 80 or 100 grams of protein, and without getting so technical again. And not everyone's working with Tanita anymore, which is fine, but we need to still get that concept of you lose muscle mass and you want to make sure that you keep your muscle mass by having enough protein with every meal and snack. So those little basics we need to bring back. Why do you need fiber?
We used to have that little graph thing with the protein and you used to slide it all out. Remember that little thing we had in our...
Yeah.
Think of how well trained we are. Okay, and that's years and years of attending BBSs or STSs, you know what I mean? A new person like Mbali or Rafuni, they actually don't know that much. So when you ask them to do a product training, they say all the buzzwords, the illegal shit that we're not allowed to say. That is why Rafuni will say the T is learning, because that's what they're hearing, because they haven't been educated.
Belly buster and all those kind of things. Yeah.
You know?
And then then I thought, so we ended with a 6-day health boost. You've got 200 to 580 option. Then we can go to all our participants on this thing. And so I see you that you joined our little talk. Can I send you the video on this health boost and share the video and then get them on started on the 6-day thing? So it all is just more ways to invite, more things to invite people to.
Yeah. So that was what Quinton said, and even Kevin Green on the interview says you've got to invite people. If you're not inviting, then you're not. So it starts. You've got to talk. And when you're talking to somebody, you've got to invite them to something. Once they say, look, I'm keen, send me more information, you can invite them to this. Think about in lockdown, we had our WhatsApp HOMs, HONs. We were inviting people to, but they got a bit static. You know what I mean? So yes, B, it's okay, I'm recording it. So then I will, I'll send it to you, B. So, but that was all very static, all the same. With this, for 12 weeks, that's 3 months. You've got a different topic. So A, all our members will get excited. Number one. Number two, we're educating them. And number three, it's a platform to invite anybody to. Anybody's battling with water in, and we've got to talk on hydration, or anybody's been on the diet yo-yo, you say, listen. So every 3 months, I'm thinking it's brilliant. You know, and then we share. I mean, the 7 of us, 7 weeks, once we have all the modules, we can have a different presenter. So the different presenter presents the same information, you know. This is brilliant.
Oh, so I'm just...
So getting back to then, obviously this is interactive. So you wouldn't have admin only can post, number one. Number two.
No, it is interactive.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then number two, the wellness test, the actual stories. If it's open and you ask people to share, or do you get the stories in beforehand? Is it like we used to do with the HON?
No, I think we need to prep. No, he's got it live. I mean, we need to do what works for us. He's got it live. But then there's always the chance of people going off with weird things. So I don't know. We must see how we want to do it. Or prep a couple of people and help them to package their story first.
So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't it's open for admin,
because then it's.
If it's if it's open for admin, then
interactive.
Yeah, because then they will just post their own anyway. You know, even if you haven't organized testimonials, if it's open formats, then what's to stop anybody from posting a testimonial?
No, there's nothing to stop them. And that's what you want. I mean, even at a live HOM, we had no control about what people were going to say.
Yeah.
So you can't control everything. And if your team is trained and if they know it, so I think maybe for the first couple of weeks, we need to prep people and get the stories packaged and get it done nicely.
We on the group can say.
But then people will start to.
Yeah, if we've got 4 or 5 people that you prep, you say, listen, we're about to launch this. So, for example, if the first week is how dieting destroys your health, you can get a diet yo-yoer to actually find in your team and say, okay, well, you share and this is what I want you to say. You share, this is what I want you to say, and prep them. Because we used to help people prep what they needed to say. And then as they start, if we're on there, we can make a decision that one of us, whoever's hosting the call, if you do get somebody, remember, like if somebody did say something live that was like offbeat, then whoever was actually handling the extension would come back and say, listen, I just want to reiterate, we don't make any medical claims on this, you know what I mean? So you would just keep we would do that live anyway. So whoever's moderating the call needs to take responsibility, because we can't all 6 jump in and say, look, listen, wrong, you know. So, yeah. And then I think more people will share when they see, you know what I mean? Because that's what you want. You want more people to share. At the moment, everybody's in their little case.
It's got all these people's testimonials exactly templated in the same way, like before, after, with the disclaimer at the bottom with his, whatever his logo is at the bottom. So we can do the same thing, because people need that. They need a templated testimonial with the disclaimer on at the bottom anyway,
Yes. So you can just decide if this
with
week,
a package story. People need that.
yeah. So let's pick 4 or 5 people, and then they need to obviously be on live as well at 12, because when it comes to
Yeah.
testimonials, they must post what we pre-prep them to post. So it's not as though, yes, if you get other people that haven't been prepped jumping on, that's always great. It's good for the energy. But you really want a good 4 or 5, probably 4 is good. They have pre-packaged that you say, okay, you post first, you post second, and so you actually prep this like you would a live meeting. At the STS, you would sit with somebody and say, okay, go join, you know what I mean? You would actually prep someone. So it's training somebody to tell their story in a properly packaged way. So getting back to the basics. Makes sense.
I mean, it's a lot of work to get going, because you need to prep people and you need to package stories and you need to do this. But Gideon says at this stage, he does like a Google Docs with the dates and the topics, and people go add their names. And some of these leaders then help their people to do it. And he's not that involved with it anymore, because everyone's taken responsibility for 1 week. But in the beginning, we need to prep and package the stories and get it done. It is a bit of work.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what we've got to do now, guys. You know, it's back to the grindstone. You've got to, I mean, that's it. I mean, you know, we have to work. Thoughts, input. So I'm very excited about it.
I think it looks good. I think it looks good, yeah.
Again, another opportunity on WhatsApp to invite people too, you know.
Product training is
Nice,
always
because people
key.
aren't fixed. They've got that 1 week, and they don't feel they're compelled to a group for a long time. Then, you know, they can go in again when they want to,
Yeah.
and hear what they want to hear, not necessarily all the stuff maybe they don't want to hear.
Just from you, I don't know how Selvin's feeling and Alpha on, so I can't get feedback from her, but maybe Beatrice can help. But Jean was saying,
I'm saying product training is always welcome, and back to basics. I think I'm also at that point where I feel we need to get everybody back to basics, including me, of course. Back to basics. If we get a platform that we are going to allow people to be able to access as easy as WhatsApp, then I'm in. I think it's brilliant, Delian and Izzy. It's brilliant.
And maybe when we've prepped them on how to package their story, we need to get it all recorded by Antoinette as well, and onto so they've got a proper story that they can also just share better. Because a lot of people are not on there. A lot of people are not on there.
No, but we want their story to be topic specific. So,
well, not necessarily topic specific, but the thing for Antoinette is it's an income story, because it's used on the HOM. We don't want income stories on this. This is product result stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it's not a voice note. It's not a video. It's just a picture with 2 lines at the bottom. No, not a voice note. It's just a picture with little description at the bottom.
Yeah, so that's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if it becomes a voice note, it's a 30-second voice note for every testimonial, and it becomes a video and another video and another video. So it must just be a visual with 2-3 lines below it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's so much easier to help somebody to prep. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I've got somebody at my gate. I'm just quickly going to see.
Okay. No problem. Mask, double mask. Delivery, sanitized, do all of that.
Yeah, this life.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get the templates out. So obviously me thinking we launch this week is maybe a bit premature. Dee, you want to launch next week Thursday?
Well, let's first discuss when will we do it, because Gideon does his on a Thursday, but we've got a HOM on a Thursday evening, and it would be quite rude to do it on the same time as the HOM.
So you don't want to do it at like lunchtime, 12?
I don't know.
Not on Thursday.
This Thursday, you know. Warren, he's got to go and get his second jab on Thursday. You know.
Oh, sorry, no. We'll cancel everything for that. I don't know. What do you think people are gonna Listen, people don't have to be on live,
Yes.
but it is actually good if they are, because that just gives it a little bit more energy to the thing. And if we want people to post their stories and be involved in the thing,
Well, then you have to think about maybe 7 o'clock on a Thursday. But if people finish dinner by then, because don't forget, we've got our LWG calendar. You can't do it on a Monday because we used to do team, and Monday is too short. You want them to have the week to invite. So either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So either Thursday at 12. I like the lunchtime thing, you know, or 1 o'clock when people are on lunch.
but then also we can't interfere with our info session on the 21-day challenge. That's a Tuesday and a Thursday, 2 weeks of the month.
Okay.
Then it's going to clash, and you don't want to move stuff for 2 weeks and then back to a different schedule.
So is 7 o'clock on a Thursday an option?
What about 7:30? I mean, this doesn't have to take, well, it's not going to take more than half an hour.
7:30 before the hum. Does that work for everybody? Every Thursday, 7:30?
Is this
I
an
think
evening?
it will work.
Are you talking evening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Thursday.
Every Thursday, 7:30, you know, you've got the live WhatsApp.
Or if we want to do it on a Monday, then we must start inviting the Tuesday of the previous week.
Monday,
Straight
people
after.
forget because it's the beginning of the week. It's a bad night. I think Thursday's a better night.
Okay.
So what, 7:30 every Thursday?
Either Wednesday or Thursday, I think, is a better option.
So is everybody having to log online at that particular time?
You don't have to, but remember in the early days with our WhatsApp HOMs on WhatsApp, people were online, and then it became an easy show that Izzy had to do all by herself. None of us tuned in, and you could feel that energy difference, right? It was like,
Okay.
no one's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Then I
especially
think
if we
it's
want-
better. Then it will
especially
be
if we
better.
want people
Sorry.
to share their to share their testimonials live, then they need to be logged on. They need to be ready to share.
Yeah. So the people, especially that you prep, you know, and we all need to be on, obviously, to support each other. So that just goes without saying, you know what I mean? Because you need
Yeah, I think before the home it will work. Before the home, then they can also all the same go into the home thereafter, you know.
if you're chatting to
think
somebody online and that they are online and they go, wow, that's informative, you can, if you in that sort of space. Well, listen, if you want more information, jump onto the HOM.
Oh, it's the opportunities, right?
Yes.
And it's the right
Yes.
person.
Just explain to me the whole live scenario here, because you're going to be posting slides and the testimonials are also going to be slides. So there's not really going to be any communication as voices in, or not?
No. So that very first slide, what area are you struggling with? So people need to give a number. So there's interaction. If you've got no one live, no one's going to answer your question.
So that's what I'm saying. You've got with us. You must all go in. What are you struggling with? So you need to already know, so people can say, oh, I must answer. Okay. You know what I mean? But if we don't do the thing and we don't post anything, people will go, okay, next slide. You know what I mean? So you've got to wait a while, and we've got to be on there going 3, 1, if you want to name it, whatever. So people see that this is, oh, okay.
And then when it comes to the testimonials, the host doesn't share all the testimonials. You share your own testimonial. You share your own slides. So people can see it's not just the host sharing. It is everyone chipping in and giving a bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We'll learn as we go.
Yes, and then obviously what happens is on the strategy and planning group, our SMP group, we will just say, guys, this week's topic is, who do you recommend we can package? Here's the template. Go and let's get 4 people, you know, and then you guys nominate who in your team, A, will be on the call. And you know what's nice about this? If you nominate, say, Cheryl Johannes, I just happen to see Gail, Cheryl will know she's going to be sharing her story. She's going to be actively inviting people because she knows she's going to be on it. And she will probably be more keen to do this on this bigger platform. So it'll be also an opportunity for the people that share. You know?
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is definitely, you know, we've been throwing around that we need more product training, we need more product training, we need people to understand all the products, you know. And as much as we're doing a video here and a video there, at least now you've got a platform where you know every Thursday night is product training. Whoever you're speaking to, if it's a new member, whatever, you know what have you seen this week we're covering, and it's a new topic. That's what Jean was saying. The whole of LWG is feeling a bit like same old, same old. You know, you're running a challenge after a challenge after a challenge. And where's the excitement? Where's the new stuff? So as much as it's initial work, I mean, you know, and 3 months is quite a long time to then revisit people forget. So once we've got all the modules in place, you're working at Fit Club D, you actually every 12 weeks, you actually basically had a topic.
And also remember, let's say I do How Dieting Can Destroy Your Health now this month. In 3 months' time, Izzy's going to do it. So she's going to say something a little bit different and put your own story into it and put your own stance on it. So it's not going to be exactly the same every time.
So there'll be basic slides and then you'll just add your own thing in between.
You need to add the voice notes in between.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So what did you want to, what was the question next week? Yeah, I think.
Well, obviously this week, this Thursday is a bit daunting.
No, not tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Let's start promoting next week, Monday.
Absolutely. Well, can't we start promoting now? Or do you only promote on a Monday?
No, we can start promoting soon.
Get everyone all excited. We can launch on the 500 producer group. You know what I mean? Product training WhatsApps. You know what I'm saying? Get the logo or the slide. Dee can ask you to do that post on the 500 group.
Yeah.
Or will you open the first one? You ready to go with the first one? Will you handle the first one?
Yep.
Please.
So you're going to open a group on that day?
No, we open the group when we start inviting.
When you start
Not
inviting.
from now. So you're going to open a group now because you've got to send the invite out for them to join.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so even tomorrow's Wednesday, then they've got a week for the first one. And then if we can make a big thing about the first one, that's why I'm thinking, let's just give this one and everybody sees the value. That's what you want. The first one needs to be a bit of a, wow, I'm excited. So that's why if we have more time promoting it, we can open the group, say, we start with the first post tomorrow morning. You want to get in why dieting can, you know what I mean, invite. And if we start the first one off with a bang, and then you end it with next week's topic, and then you start on the Monday, then people will look forward to it. So it's a matter of getting people excited, new stuff, growing, you know, yeah.
And what I liked about that Topics of Russell, it wasn't Herbalife. It was how dieting can destroy your health. So it's interesting to people. It's like, what is this about? It's let me tune in. It's not how can I sell you my shake. So people can use it as an invite to prospects. You can go back to people who didn't buy and say, listen, we spoke about our program a little while ago. We've got this interesting talk on Thursday evening. Would you like to join?
Yeah. It's like 10, 15 minutes, you know. Yeah. I'll send you the link. Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you, Dee. That's a lot of hard work and stuff.
Okay, so please just, can I ask, we don't have 12 topics. So let me just quickly tell you what we've got. We've got how dieting will destroy your health, fighting fat cells, 10 foods to avoid, the unseen killer lurking in your food, that was the sugar one. Then the worst carb in the top 3 carbs, fiber, hydration. Then there's a sugary drinks and alcohol. Then there was one on the fat burning zone. So Gideon's got one on immune health as well. He's got one on skin. So I just want to know, is there any other topics we should add?
Definitely add immune health, definitely add skin. And I've got to be honest with you, sleep. Somehow people need to understand that sleep and their journey and fat loss. You know what I mean? I can't believe sleep and stress. I don't know if that's, you know what I mean? How many is that now, Dee? Anybody else think of anything else? But I can see when I don't sleep, I must have 3 or 4 hours sleep a night. And I stand on the scale, I might pluck 2 kilos, eh? And it's like if you do that for 3 or 4 days. Sleep, you've got to get yourself, you know? So how many
Anything about workouts?
did you
Is
put
there anything that
exercise, Dee?
workout,
No, exercise. Yes, you're definitely right.
exercise? Yeah.
Exercise. Okay, workouts, sleep,
That's 12.
immune, and skin. Okay,
Thanks, Dee.
so
Yeah.
can I just show you? Where's my Zoom now? I close my Zoom.
Who's got the
Hello, parrot.
Mine.
Oh,
That's mine.
Okay, so these are Russell's level 10.
can you guys remember this?
Oh my
It was
word.
like,
No.
look at that. It was, I thought, no.
Level 10 was 1,000,000 years ago.
Eh?
Thought, no, we
Level 10
cannot
was
do
1,000,000
this.
years ago. Oh, sure.
Look at that.
No,
Ambassador, and
Ambassador. Mm.
you no.
look at that faceless. You remember the faceless people?
Yes, we said that is just horrible. Dee. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought, no.
Look at this.
Look, the
He's a
information
serious-
was good, Dee, but
Where's my
but-
screen? Can you see this?
Yeah.
I've got all these pictures. Oh, man.
okay.
Yeah.
So thank you, team. I think we're on the right path. So the good news is I really wanted to share with you some good news. We were chatting to Anissa on one of the groups, and the BBS numbers were double up from last month, from May to June. So we know that South Africa is on a turning point. So we need to just be ready at this turning point now in South Africa to make sure we're getting our people properly trained on the product. They're using the products, number one. If they get product information that is valuable, then the guys will obviously use more of the products. You know what I mean? So
What are you doing, Salvin?
Spray bottle
Are you
for the
spraying?
parrot. You got no idea. When it gets going, I can't even talk. It's just crazy.
You and your dogs, you and your parrots, oh my word. I
Well,
think I'm
that's
gonna
really happening here.
go and find somebody to spray.
So, you know what I mean? I just like our weekly calls, guys. It just keeps us connected, number one. It's all about being connected in this sort of unsettling times, making sure we all stay safe. And then just thank everybody for, yes, I know my puppet. So you've now got your dog, your parrot going, and my dog is like, more. Yeah.
Just think of my poor team. I've got 25 members that are in Ishawi, and the whole town is just gone. There's no more town.
What?
So yeah, so they've totally destroyed their town, and they were
Yeah,
all
Hilton
building up
as well.
nicely. That's Beth and them. So yeah, they've got nothing. Even this morning they were breaking and carrying on looting. So yeah, so they can't get any deliveries. So there's no products. I don't know how long. So it's going to be a little bit of a tight one for me. It is what it is. We're expecting to get our shot today or tomorrow morning. They'll start by us. So we're all waiting up in arms to see what's going to happen.
Okay, Gail's had her first one.
My whole family, the Hillcrest and all of them are all out as well.
Yeah, in Durban.
There's nothing left of Hillcrest.
Hey, is you
Yeah.
really?
Hillcrest, wasn't it? I know
it's
Peter
flat.
Maritzburg was hit.
Eh?
No, I know Peter Maritzburg was hit hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Hillcrest, my
Feeling,
sister-in-law is in Hillcrest, and she actually had to leave her home
Yeah.
last night. They were throwing
Wow.
stones on their roofs.
No, Gay.
Yeah. So it's
That's
nice.
rough, eh?
But no shops left there. Not a single shop in Hillcrest is left.
Yeah, same as Ushawi, where all my guys are. It's totally gone.
Mm.
And I mean, they burnt them down. They looted them first, and then they burnt them.
And they burnt them, yeah. And Toti as well. My sister's in Toti, and they took law into their own hands, and it was a nightmare. They had
Yeah.
gunfights all night last night.
Well,
And-
surprisingly, I even got a call up yesterday to arms. So that's how tight it is.
What?
Yeah.
I saw some tweets on the police force doing their fair share of looting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All in,
What are you saying? Did you get a call up, Selvin?
piling
Yeah.
their police vans full of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Can you
the-
refuse?
So the commander has been put on high alert, which is where we fall into. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
But can you
because look-
refuse? Must you go or what?
Well, at the end of the day, I've got to protect our town, Because the last time they did it, they go crazy. Yeah, it's a really like the Zulus are one thing, but the Xhosas are another tribe, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, and Eastern Cape as it is battling as we are. So if they do what they did to Shawi, I don't know how we'll ever come out of this. So we'll have to see. So they were saying today, but I think the wind kept them away because it's howling. So they say either the 13th or the 14th, which is today or tomorrow. So we'll see. Remember, Islamists only got one road in and one road out. So if they block them off, that's the town gone, But we'll see.
That's a nightmare.
Mm.
And Gail, what happened to your wedding?
It's postponed. It's now going to be January next year.
22nd of January. We got
Okay.
an invite yesterday. So
Same venue and you just moved everything, or did you lose
They
out
just
on
have to-
this?
yeah, but it's like even that's a nightmare. I mean, you think you just move move the date, but I mean it's everybody, and it's making sure that all the ministers and the music and the this and all of that can still do the same
Photographer and the
day.
hair
So,
and the nails and everything,
yeah. Anyway, it's sorted now for them. So after much debating and all the rest of it, and fighting with the venue and everything, they finally got it organized. So yeah.
Okay, guys, I need to go.
yeah,
Have a good.
jump onto
Thank
the
you so
call.
much, Dee. Thanks, Izzy.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone. Thank
Thanks so
you.
much,
Bye
Dee.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Good guys.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.